Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Reach to the bottom of the barrel, home of the mole rat. How are we doing this afternoon? Everybody's doing okay. We already got Stalking in the chat. What's up, Stalking? Thank you for hopping in on this afternoon. Here for the mayhem. Yeah, there's going to be mayhem one way or another. I will tell you that. And just for you, sir, I shaved again. 5 o'clock shadow. I did it, and I made time for it. But yes, we're back on today. We are going to finish one way or another Dragon Age Origins. So whether we beat it or not, we're gonna be done today. We're gonna spin the wheel, and we're gonna see what's next after that. I will tell you that I've after the last stream when I made the fact that I was too stupid to see the discovery of I can call the armies on this fight. Um Hopefully I'll do a little bit better, but I seriously doubt it because we know I easily give up on stuff and I will give up on this if I have to, but I'm thinking hoping that the armies are going to make a real difference tonight, today, this afternoon, whatever. So maybe this will be an extremely short stream. It is. Maybe we'll jump on to the game that got picked yesterday after the Star Fox stream, and that would be Lost Exit or something. I can't remember. Last Exit. I don't know. I can't remember. It's a PS4 game, and and I already know about that game. That's going to be it's supposed to be a shitty Metal Gear Solid knockoff. So shitty that they got the artist that draws for the Metal Gear Solid covers to draw the cover for that game. But we'll see how it's going to go today because man, let me tell you, today is a today is a pretty much a shit show in the world for sure because we have no idea how this day is going to go. And I know a lot of you been keeping up or not keeping up with the stuff in Iran, Trump, people freaking out, and the people that were for Trump are now against Trump, want to invoke the 25th Amendment, claiming war crimes and all this stuff. I'm sitting back, and yeah, it's a lot to go through, but the way I look at it is one, these these guys are privy to information that we are not privy to. They know about things that we don't, and we just got to play it out and wait and see because people are just panicking just to panic, and we just got to see how it goes, whether it's good or bad. There's supposed to be a deadline, I think at 8 p.m. I can't remember if that was Eastern or Central. I got a feeling either it's going to get pushed back or nothing's going to happen. But people that are claiming that, been on this or whatever, this is all of a sudden kind of thing, been talking about this since the 80s. So there is precedence of him talking about Iran and doing something about Iran since the 80s. And you know what? I really love the fact that the side that is complaining the most, the left and the Democrats, that's the side that'll they love to bring up anything that's said in the past and hold it against you. So the fact that this is not new with him, they inconveniently forget about that fact now, don't they? But again, I'm not qualified to talk about any of this stuff, but I'm just let's wait and see. Because what's going to end up happening if it does happen and everything's successful, people that have decided to go, they have decided to like speak against Trump on this, and I'm talking about like the podcasters and stuff like this, the people that rooted for him before all this happened, they're gonna flip around like, oh yeah, no, we were behind him 100% the entire way, and that's gonna show the fan base how inauthentic they are and how they're just doing this for grift and money, and they're probably gonna lose a lot of their fan base because authenticity will win every time. That's why I will trust anybody, or I'm not saying trust anybody. I will listen more to people that that do all the research, and they're not claiming, or they're trying to like uh get clout, or trying to get brand deals or go corporate, because once you get to a certain level, you lose authenticity. You always compete with yourself, not against anybody else. People that try to grow, some of these people, they're trying to compete with other people, not against themselves. A great man said that once. Nerdrotic said that. All right. We do the plugs because I talked about a lot of stuff that I'm pretty sure that I had no business to talk about. But hey, don't forget to follow me on Kick. Subscribe to me. I follow. You can do that too. I'd rather have it on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube.com/@NashThunderclap. I'm on all the socials: Instagram, Facebook, Zitter, where you get all my updates. Everything's. Let's go ahead and get started. No matter what's going on, I do have a little bit of a strategy. A little bit of strategy. We're gonna go with that. But I know after last night's stream, I don't think last night's stream was good at all. At all. Because I had absolutely no energy. I was super excited to do Star Fox. Play Star Fox. I had no energy. I even had plans, if it cut short, which it kind of did, to do some Star Fox 2. No energy for that whatsoever. I had it all planned. And I have no idea why. No energy. Plus, it got really zapped when I was looking China box. And after going into it and everything, it will do everything I need to. It's just the front end on it is very convoluted. And I need to figure out to make it a little bit more simplified. Because they bring up shit on there that I don't care about. They've got folders in there for collections and all this. I just need to get to the simple stuff. Just give it to me. That's all I'm asking. All right, so are we ready? Let's do this. Yeah, and I'm going to take some hits. Do this again. Get him till he gets his second form. Then, once we get to the other form and all the boogans pop out, we're going to call the armies. We're going to let them take all the mess, and hopefully my guys will stay with me. Yes, I know. I am not fully healed. Not healed. I'm sorry, leveled. Level 25. The highest level on here. I'm a level 17. But again, I just wanted to get, like I do with all these games, I just want to get through it. Don't care about leveling up and all that stuff. Is it keeps move. So it's not like I can just stand here with any other game. He wants to advance. Yeah, right in the butt. Did read that if I played this on something other than casual, that these things will jam up. And they said in some cases you can actually hit him enough to where you can bypass the second form. Where is my armies? Now, I know I don't have a whole lot of army guys, but these guys are proving to be the toughest. Definitely taking some hits. Definitely doing better this time. Boys are over there whooping some ass. All right. God damn, this fucking thing. Damn it, get off of me! some damage. Damn it. It's slowly but surely going. I mean, I'm getting more hits off of this than I would my axe, I think. Of course, you know, why would they not put these out here for us not to use it? Yeah, I'm taking hits from the side, but I don't care. I got more than enough purple drink to get me going. I would say this is probably the most boring boss fight ever. Other than me just croaking. Yeah, I wasted that. And getting frustrated because I'm doing something stupid. Damn, those elves are making it pretty well. Just a couple more hits and we got it, boys. Boom, we did it.
I know you said to Riordan that you would take the final blow, but let me. This is my duty.
Nope. Sorry. You the king. This is my duty as much as yours. We're both Grey Wardens. I can't let you do that. What about becoming king?
Anora can rule. I never cared about becoming king. You know that. And this right here is the best king I could be. My first and last act being to stop the Blight before it really starts. No one could blame me for that, could they?
That sounds like a coward's way out. I think you'd be a good king, Alistair.
Really? Because I think I would be a piss-poor king. I don't know the first thing about it. So you needn't feel guilty about letting me do this. I want to do it.
No. You need to become king, Alistair. You're going to. Forget it. I defeated the archdemon. It's mine to kill. I can't let you do it. I'm sorry. Thank you, Alistair. I won't forget you. If that's what you really want to do, be my guest. I certainly don't want to do. Nope, can't let you do it. I'm sorry. Oh, they just stood there like, huh? What's going on here? Oh, he made noises. like that, the Eye of Sauron has been defeated. Yes, I made the ultimate sacrifice.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun.
Yeah,
Ferelden had been
that dude do
saved.
the job that he hates the most.
entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king. Grey Warden stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
Yeah, at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered here to pay our respects to the Grey Warden that saved us all. He gave his life to destroy the Blight, a sacrifice we must never forget. It was no accident that he was there either. He was special, and each of us has had our life touched by him in some way. He even put me on this throne, despite my protests. But there was no telling him no, right? He didn't choose to be a Grey Warden, but he still went to his death willingly. How do you properly honor someone like that? The Grey Wardens are building a magnificent tomb at Weishaupt, right next to Garahels. But I'd like to do something as well. Fergus Kuzland, please step forward. We were very pleased to discover you alive. Your brother thought you had died at Ostagar.
I only wish I had recovered from my wounds sooner.
Fergus, the Highever lands are restored to you, in addition to the Amaranthine Arling that was Arlhouse.
Your Majesty, I would like to give Amaranthine to the Grey Wardens.
I think that would be fitting. Let all know that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhouse, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There, they can rebuild, and hopefully live up to this example. Friends, let us hope that he has gone on to a better place, and that he knows just how thankful we are for what he has done here. You will be missed. Fare you well.
Sounds all kingly and stuff. In the months that followed his coronation, Alistair proved to be a popular king. If largely unwilling to involve himself in matters of governing, he traveled often, making appearances in towns throughout Ferelden. To the great delight of the commoners, they referred to him as a king with the common touch, even if a few knew it was a simple aversion to life. The news that the urn of sacred ashes had been found in Ferelden did not spread outside the Chantry until Brother Genetivi made the announcement several months after the defeat of the Darkspawn. The manuscript, detailing his research and his experience with Andraste's cult, huge interest amongst the scholars of Theodos. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. They were located, however, in the ruins. There were also a lair of a high dragon, thus proving too dangerous to approach. Many made demands to secure the ashes so that the followers could undertake pilgrimages and partake of their healing powers. Following numerous failed attempts to deal with the dragon, The beast finally flew off to find another haven, but leaving the mountaintop sanctum in ruins. The excavation found no traces of the urn. Ran. The people, damn, this is a lot of fucking shit for an urn. People began to doubt that the ashes had ever been found, while others claimed that a cult of Andastries, whatever, followers stole them from the temples. Still, others say that the maker himself removed the urn, deeming mankind unworthy of it. For now, what happened to the urn is simply unknown. Ugh. Following the months of grim effort, the Templars, I could not remember, cleared the last remaining spirits from the Circle Tower, making it safe to rebuild a home for the Ferelden Circle of Magi. Rumors of what happened increased in the common folks' distrust of mages, and more than one young apprentice claimed to have encounter mages thought long dead, still wandering in the Fade. Once the tower was rebuilt, Knight Commander Gregor stepped down from his post and retired to a life of private contemplation as a brother in the Chantry. Health failed over time, and after refusing treatment, he perished in his. Knight Commander Cullen was said to be more strict and trusting of the mages, even that Gregor was. He ruled the circle with fear. The slavers shut down in the alienage. A lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. The new king even named a local elder to his personal court, a scandal amongst the humans, but a sign of new hope to the elves. Johnny continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community, and in time became the new elder. The outspokenness earned her frequent trouble, but served her people well. Earl Aemon remained in Denerim for some time, acting as the chancellor and the chief advisor to the King Alistair. Tegan ruled over Radcliffe in his stead and was surprised to find himself well loved by the villagers, who were still grateful for the nights he spent defending their lives. In time, Ermon abdicated in favor for his brother, an event the locals greeted with approval and enthusiasm. The Dalish elves prospered after the siege of Denerim, having earned much respect in part for the battle. For once, human lands welcomed the wandering. The new keeper, Lanya, was respected both amongst the Dalish as well as in the Ferelden court. He was a voice of reason, and other Dalish clans would turn to her to help resolve disputes with the human race. Man, my reading is terrible. In time, many of the Dalish clans moved to the new lands provided for them in the south of near Ostragar. Wary of their human neighbors, however, tensions soon rose again, and only Keeper Lanya's leadership kept peace alive. In Ozamar, King Haramont found himself in a protracted battle against Balin's rebellion that left him unable to gain stability as he needed. Clan lords objected to many of his measures in the assembly, and only his efforts to increase the dwell's isolation from the surface was met with any success. In time, Haramount's health began to fail. Some claimed it was poison, while others said it was a flagging spirit. Either way, after a protracted illness, the king finally passed away. The wrangling in the assembly for a successor began almost immediately. Back to square one. The dwarven mage, Dagna, ultimately completed her studies in the rebuilt Circle Tower on the surface. Eventually, she published a comprehensive theory of how Lyrum vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. This inspired mages from other parts of Theodos to establish a new circle of the Magi in Ozamar itself. Once that one that had ready access to dwarven Lyrum and lies outside the Chantry's power to completely. I am having the hardest time to read all this stuff. The willingness of Ozamar, I think it's just all the weird words. The willingness of of Ozamar to harbor apostate sparked outrage that began whispers that the divine was contemplating a new exalted march. Oh, here we go, down here. Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors of its locations crept in Ozamar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the anvil's remains. Oh, I ain't completely destroyed that shit, did I? They examined the ruins of the anvil, and upon returning to Ozamar with their findings, convinced that the separate to attempt to recreate Karadin's research, a new golem was created, bound by a spirit taken from the Fade. Golem immediately went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Ozamar, however, and demand amongst the Smith caste to reopen Karadin's research refused to abate. True to her word, Morrigan vanished the same night she made the offer at Radcliffe Castle. Someone of Morgan's description was later seen traveling alone, heading west through the Frostback Mountains. Several years later, tales out of Orlis said that a strange dark-haired mage had insinuated herself within the Empress' court. As for the Grey Wardens, Alistair was good to his word. The Arling of Arathine, or whatever, was given to the order. The new headquarters established there. A statue of Kumar towers over its entrance in memory of one who made the ultimate sacrifice so that others may live. Kumar's remains were transported with a full honor guard to the Grey Warden's fortress in Westfrent in the Anderfels. There, they installed the tomb alongside those of the 4 others who made the sacrifice to defeat the Blight. Ogdrin remained on the surface for a time, adventuring as far as the nearest tavern and gaining a reputation as an occasionally dangerous nuisance. Eventually, he left Ferelden, accepting employment with a mercenary company renowned for its supply of fine ales. Shale departed soon after the Battle of Denerim. The golem did not indicate a designation, but pigeon populations along Arathine coast had fallen dramatically. He went and killed pigeons. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt order wherever, they discovered that a fight amongst the Darkspawn had not yet complete. Although the Horde was routed and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organize roving war bands that preyed upon the land and upon each other. These war bands spread havoc. Some even journeyed to Orlis, across the shining sea to the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to live out. But these are tales for other heroes. Tales of Kumar ended when he sank his blade into the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. Whatever follows, his sacrifice will not be soon forgotten. Done. Finally. And I'm getting all lightheaded from all that reading. So boys, I did it. I mean, with very little effort. I beat the game. I made the ultimate sacrifice, even though I was trying to go for a complete dickhead playthrough. Chose not to. The underboob left me, even though she was trying to save me. That was her whole point. She was trying to save me. Wanted to get that dick and make a baby. But she went and did her own thing. We ended up loitering one of our guys in our clan our party, because he chose to betray us. We were at odds. out with Alistair, but we didn't care about Alistair. Wanted to make life difficult for him. Ogdorin, well, he was give or take one with her, and Schnoodles, our faithful doggo. He was always faithful. We always appreciate that. The Gollum, not Gollum, played. He was good for a pinch. He really laid it to him in the end, but we know the real hero of the story. Giant crossbows. Those were the heroes of the story, the real heroes. No, it's funny. We're going to be able to start fresh with 2 new games. Lost Exit or Last Exit or whatever the hell we're going to be playing. We'll be playing that next. And then we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to spin the mighty wheel. See what we're going to be playing after that. I'm crossing my fingers that we get something that we have to resort to the China box. But see about that. Which doesn't matter. I mean, because whatever's going to be in the random box, probably going to end up emulating that anyway. So we will see about that. You dig? All right. That is it. You can mark that one down for the books. Dragon Age finally done. Don't have to do that one ever again. Oh, that was clearly 40 hours or not. So get everything set up over here. I mean, I did get hooked into it for sure. I definitely got hooked into it, but as far as gameplay styles, that one's what I would consider an in between your turn-based and your action RPG. And I can kind of feel this was to a degree turn-based, but in the fact that you don't even have you just do the command, you don't have control of the hits, but then you have a little bit more flexibility on when you want to do the moves and stuff like that, like do your extra stuff. And as far as like your action RPG, you go in there and you hit when you want to hit, you position yourself when you want to position yourself, and that's a little bit more my style than anything else. All right, let's go. Let's see. Are we ready for the wheel? Let's go right to the wheel. Wow. 2 streams in a row. We're gonna spin the wheel. And then this is what we're gonna start playing after last there's blocking shit. I cannot remember the name. I'll remember this name whenever we get to it. But as a reminder, so here we go. Not a reminder, but here we go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the wheel of the Cursed Backlog. We will spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on will determine the next game we're going to play. We have up to 3 spins because in the event we pick a game we've already streamed before, if it is a game that will probably not work out for a stream or not be good for a stream, or a game I can't physically play because there's 3DS games on this list, we will keep spinning. And then if we don't get something after the 3rd spin, we will go to the alternates, which will be mystery box, digital, and emulation. So if we're ready, Let's spin the wheel and see what we got. You know, it's funny. I'm playing that off stream, but we're not playing that one. I'm not playing part. I'm already playing that off stream. So we're going to spin again. Did we just not get finished with Did we just not get finished with a BioWare game? Do we and this is exactly the same thing we just did? Do we want to do Knights of the Old Republic? I was looking forward to doing something completely different. I don't know. See, I'm sitting here, I'm weighing on my hands. We just did this. Star Wars. Plus, there is remakes that I've gotten or remasters that we could play on other systems. This is going to be another long one. So this is what we'll do. Damn you, Will. Fuck you. All right, so this is what we'll do. I'm going to think about it. I am going to think about it. We'll look into it a little bit, and if it seems like something, because I just got done doing this stuff, but it may not play the exact same way. The last time I played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic was when it came out. And during that time, I was kind of in and out of playing games, like any kind of video games. And I only got it because it was Star Wars. So we'll put it on the table for now. But if I decide, you know what, that's it, it's going to be it. But we will just put that on the table for right now. Man, we could have been playing Peppa Pig World Adventures. Or Naughty Bear. Or Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I have played. I don't think I played it on stream. And you want to talk about I will give up? I will definitely give up on that game. Damn, Connect Sesame Street. How funny would that be? Because that means I'd have to go and bust out the Connect. And a second camera. And would have to see me making a fool of myself. All right. So we'll just put that again. Now, if I do decide not to do it and we spin again, that's spin 2. One more and got to do it. So we'll put that on the table for right now. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. And I don't know if I'm going to call it a night because right now it is 5:30 Central my time at the time of this stream and the time of recording. I'm going to go eat. Keep an eye on the socials. I may go ahead and we'll get because I've got time tonight because I don't know if I want to call it a night yet on the streaming. I'll go ahead and I'll decide if I want to go ahead and jump on to the next game. Keep an eye on the socials for that. Plus, I got to get the thumbnail ready for it anyway. I got to change the name of all this to the finale. So, but keep an eye on that. Here's the plugs. Don't forget to subscribe to me on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube.com/@NashThunderclap. I'm on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, Zitter. That's where you get all my updates. Everything's Nash Thundercloud. Oh, shit. That means I just thought about this. If we do Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, it's going to be, we're going to go back to the same schedule that we're going to have with Dragon's Age. We're going to have to put in as much time as possible on this. Man, can't catch a break, can I? Fuck you, Will. You will indeed. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap it up for now. Stalking, thank you for keeping up in the chat. As always, I appreciate you hopping in for this afternoon stream. If anybody stopped in either now or later, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And with that being said, have a good afternoon, everybody. Take it easy. We will see you next time. Don't let them catch you slipping. And you got to do that and make time for it. Bye for now or later, whatever.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.
Wow, that was the worst piece of crap I've ever seen.
Oh my God, that was an abomination. That was
Oh my God,
awful.
sit through that. My ass is actually sore. My ass is actually sore.